Hello once again everyone and welcome back to another vlog. This week's been different. I'm carrying on working with my AdMod environment and improving it via feedback from my lecturer and adding stuff to it and stuff to make it look better and stuff. It's getting there. Got a bit more stuff to do with it, I think. Few more tweaks, and I want to add some animation stuff to it as well, which I'll probably try and work on this week. Try and find a tutorial for that. Like a flag blowing in the wind, because that'd be pretty awesome to have that in there. And maybe I don't know. It depends on what he says, because I posted something yesterday on the forums, and yeah, I've added this Street Fighter shader. Do you think I should add it to the rest of the scene or not, kind of deal, because my environment is technically based off of the docks from Street Fighter 1 or 2. I don't know, I don't do fighting games, but I know it's been in a Street Fighter game for a bit, and felt like, well, as I'm Street Fighter, I did this shader that makes it appear a little bit more cartoony, but I don't know, I don't really see too much difference in my shit, other than adding some reflections and a bit of shadow in some places as well. So now I'll see if he thinks, oh yeah, you should add this shader to the rest of the scene, or just leave it. But yeah, it's definitely getting there, looking better and better all the time, and it's something I'm sort of happy to sort of almost hand in now. Just gotta set up the camera and video and stuff for it. But yeah, I actually fixed my UDK, because I've been, like, I don't know whether it was because I tried to update it one time and it didn't really do it correctly, but I had the July 2012 version of UDK, and I did the check for updates or whatever thing, and ever since then it's been problematic opening a map that's sort of been worked on at uni or by someone else, and trying to open that, it always crashed UDK when I tried to open it. So I was like, well, I've got to really fix this, because I really want to work on my environment, but I can't open it because I went into uni for a support session Wednesday. Spent a good couple hours to fixing things that the lecturer said and going through things with him, and then I just like, yeah, it wouldn't open my package either. So it's like, oh, okay. So I uninstalled my version of UDK and installed the July 2013 version of UDK, which fixed the problem. I mean, it took a bit to install, but I eventually got it working and stuff. So it's good. So I should be able to just play test our actual game now and stuff. And then also I've finished writing my methodology, well, ish, and I got my questionnaire up from methodology, and next couple of days I'm gonna work on that, collect all my results from that, start writing my rewrite a bit of my methodology, talking about how I did the questionnaire and stuff, and then start the analysis section by going through Fallout, and then try and go through Baldur's Gate, even though I only played it the once so far. But I'll probably play some more of that at some point. But I've got enough, I think, to be going on to add stuff to it, and I can always look up some stuff on Baldur's Gate if needs be for excuse me, and narrative analysis and stuff. And then I can analyse my results and come up with a conclusion from that kind of deal, and put it all together and send it off to my FYP tutor. I sent him my methodology, my questionnaire, a couple of days ago, and he's like, well, you're gonna have a rewriting process all the time once you start collecting results and stuff, and he didn't even say anything about the questionnaire, and there's been an issue with one of the questions for the yes but also question. Not many people could understand it at first, so I rewrote it a bit, and it's like I had problems reading it, kind of deal with my more explanation, one just to make sure people understand what how the question is and asking them, kind of thing. But well, this one, probably most of it should be okay. I should have quite a good number of results to go off on and write about, hopefully, and discuss. But yeah, the game itself it's changed again because of the bitch executive producers, aka our lecturers. We went on our producer and scrum master went to them on Thursday and said, yeah, we've got it. And they basically said, right, scrap the narrative you've been working on, scrap the last level and stuff you've been working on, just hand in the 2 levels you've got and wrap a narrative around them. And it's like, okay, I mean, it's good in one sense as we've nearly finished the game ish, but it's bad in another sense because our game was unique ish. I mean, there's a couple of other games that have narrative based content, obviously, but our game was unique because it was focused on narrative, and that was the unique selling point. It wasn't the puzzles, which have been done quite a lot before in different games and stuff, and a lot of games have had puzzles and whatever else. I mean, the flipping tower puzzle, the generic puzzle, the car map puzzle where you rotate the pieces, again, been done in different ways with pipes and whatever else, but it's been done. Balance beams, again, been done in some sense, but with like Prince of Persia and whatever else, isolation puzzle. That one was a little unique because you don't really see that much in games, I don't think. Catching and dodging a bomb, but still not brilliant. Jumping puzzle again, generic, been in many games, and this whole colour scheme, exactly adding many features that have not been done before, but it was our story that was wrapped along it and made all these puzzles make sense. And then the 3rd level was sort of the end point where things sort of started coming to resolution, and so yeah, ended and all the like hospital hallway wrapped up everything nicely, and it's just getting that cut. I mean, we can write some shitty narrative, but the game won't be as good as it originally was going to be with our unique narrative that we were wrapping around these puzzles, which drove the design of these puzzles, basically, kind of deal. It's just stupid that our final game is meant to be handed in May, but we have to finish the game by the beta handing and just test it and bug fix it for the last month and a half ish. Well, it's more like a month because the beta handing's at the end of this month. I think it's the 27th, so we've got 2 weeks ish to put together level 2, because that's not put together quite as yet, and get something organise them and learn and whatever to go into it. And I've put some ideas down that I had for that. I don't know whether the other guys will like that or not, but it kind of explains in a shitty way what's going on. But yeah, and what's really annoying is like last 2 weeks, like Thursday and last Thursday, I've been working on the collectible items that I plan to put I consider my work in the school for which I have talked about, but like 28 hours into that, and there's pretty much not going to be news. I'm probably going to stick that in anyway, somewhere, just because, you know, why not? We got it. Might as well stick it in. But some of the other collectibles might not necessarily fit anymore. Or that only have food. It's just like, well, that was a bunch of waste of time. I mean, if they told us this, like, at the start of the day instead of the end of the day, could have worked towards rewriting the narrative that day or whatever, instead of listening to lectures, like, at the end of the day and telling us, oh yeah, this is what's going to be happening now, instead of us letting us work throughout the day and just have that day's work be wasted. I mean, yeah, I go into the making of document, which is like worth 30%, and we'll have to get that sorted out, because I think that's my job. Kind of thing, just decide what's to go in there, and I just still would be credited for such stuff that I've done. But it's just like last year, where I joined a group and did some work, and it didn't get it put into the game that we handed in. It's like that again. It's like I've done a bunch of work on narrative for the last couple of months, like, you know, since we started doing this game back in September. I've worked on narrative, and as well as helping with design issues and stuff, and puzzles, and leading my team, kind of. I've not been the best at it, but, you know, I've been there and discussing the puzzles and stuff. And now the thing that I was really proud of and wanted my name with this thing is the narrative. That's what I want to go into in industries, handling or writing of stuff and whatever. And now it's just like, well, that's all scrapped. I have to redo it again for the umpteenth time, and it's like, yeah, I've been reading, well, my research drawing up with me, it's like, yeah, expect rewrites and cuts and stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, and it's been happening over the last couple of months. We've got something, and I have to rewrite the narrative and make it all work, but such a massive cut, so close to the end product, is just stupid. It's like, it probably wouldn't happen in the industry, such a massive cut so close to what probably a company would call release, and it's just like these executive producers or the lecturers had to do with this, and it's just like, well, we've been making this game. You've pretty had the pitch where he's okayed it, and true, everything's not gone as planned, but that's what happens, and you've been working around it and stuff, and then you just come on in here and just go, right, nope, change this, even though it's pretty much would probably ruin your game. We want it changed a couple of weeks before you actually hand anything in, and fuck your marks. We've not exactly given you much help over the last couple of months, and we might have helped these other groups, and we really don't care about your group or whatever. It's just done so shittily. It's like, they didn't come in, just like, they've been like, well, you've had the lecturers like, they're meant to be there the whole day with us on the Thursday, and we can always go see them if we've got a problem or whatever. And we've occasionally made use of them if we've had a tech issue or a UI issue, I think, and we had some help with that from a lecturer once. But part of that, we've not really had much interaction with them. They've not really come and said, hey, how's your game coming along? You got any issues? Is there anything we can do? And then maybe they did that stupid seating plan thing, even though, well, I mean, it makes sense because, yeah, everyone's got a fair share of computers now. But still, it's just shitty because they still don't have enough computers for everyone. It's like, if everyone came in, which they don't, which is, again, the annoying bit of not everyone's dedicated to this game as much as what I was it. I've stopped caring about it now, pretty much with the last hammer in the head. I'm just like, fuck it. I mean, do try and do my best. I mean, we're 50% of the mark, so hopefully the final game thing, I mean, it's nearly done. I'll try and come up with some narrative, whatever we guys decide. Tomorrow we're going to have a meeting and discuss what we can do for narrative. I'll write something for that, whatever gets decided and stuff. But I really do. At this point, it doesn't really matter too much, just because we're not going to go to the Teagle Awards with what game we're going to be making now. If we kept level 3 and stuff, I would just dedicate more time. I mean, obviously, I was once my ADMA stuff was done, and once my FYP stuff was done, which gets handed in next month, like start of next month, it's the ADMA stuff. So I've got, I think, 3 or 4 weeks to work on that. I think it's handed in like just before we break up for Easter. Is the hand-in for that. So I've got a couple of weeks to just add the polishing touches and then make the video for that, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. If I get it done like this week, next week, I'll be happy, and then the FYP stuff's handed in there and the report again. I mean, it's not done, but it's getting there. Get the section done and the conclusion done, and then I'll have all my sections done. It's just the process of writing and rewriting it to make it more sense in academia, and add the blog and everything, whatever else into it. And then I could dedicate more of my time in working on stuff for the game, whatever that may be. I was probably going to spend most of my time working on the collectibles for it, rather than anything else. But if they needed help doing models and whatever else, I mean, I'm not the best modeler in the world, but I can do it. So yeah. Well, now we've been given this shit, really, and it's definitely like this beta hand-in's the stupid thing where we can't work on it before. Like last year, we was working on the games right up until the hand-in, which I would have thought should have happened this time around, given us opportunity to just add more stuff to it after the beta. Maybe it didn't. I mean, it happens in industry, and sometimes it happens and it doesn't happen. Well, it depends on when their betas come out, but it definitely happens with some betas. Some other betas, it is bug tackling and stuff, especially for like, what was it, Racing and Titanfall had that beta to stress test their servers and stuff, and fix some issues, and they probably fixed some bugs and found some bugs in there. Games like Battlefield and Call of Duty and Halo will have beta tests where they don't get the community to the stress test servers and try and find bugs in the multiplayer by playing it in a different way, kind of thing. And they'll have their own, like their open betas, they'll have their own closed betas in house where they'll try and find bugs with a group of testers in the actual game, like collision bugs and stuff. And I've done some testing for one game last year, didn't I? Which was interesting. Spent 3 hours testing that, and we've been testing our game, trying to find bugs in that, and a couple of crush bugs, and it's like, yeah, I've done that, and so I know what it is, but it wouldn't really take like a month. I mean, we're meant to, I think after we hand our betas in, we're going to be testing other people's games to find bugs in that, which is it's actually pretty good. I mean, I quite like that, because we play it in a certain way. Like, I know how to play the game, I know what I'm doing in it, but someone else, like in the group who's not working on the game, would play it in a different way. That's why you get testers in to test the game, to play it in a different way, kind of thing, and you know, do something that you don't even think of, kind of deal. I mean, I try and keep my mindset in, keep my mind in that mindset of, well, if I was a player, what would I do? Well, I'm going to try to do this and stuff, whatever. So yeah, that's all I've really got to talk about this week, guys. I'll see you guys next week where I'll probably tell you more about what narrative we decided on, all my work and stuff. Peace out, Girl Scouts.